Hey there, and welcome to Real Investment News. I'm Mike O'Neill. Before the bell, the markets are actually looking up this morning, at least enough to recoup yesterday's losses when all three markets actually closed lower. The big story of the day is, of course, the looming government shutdown. Late yesterday, House Republicans pushed through a bill to keep things running until mid-February. But now it's up to the Senate, and that's where things could get ugly. The bill needs 60 votes to pass. 3 Senate Republicans have already said they're going to vote no, and you can bet there's not going to be any Democrats voting for it. They are pushing for protections for the so-called dreamers, the immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as children and who are now living here illegally. We're going to be watching the progress on this issue very closely, and as you can imagine, that actually led to a spike in volatility. So with all of this uncertainty, why are the markets pointing upwards? Well, probably because of what's happening in markets overseas. The big three in Asia all closed higher. Markets in France and Germany are also heading towards a positive close. Now, it's not by much. The gains are all by less than a full percentage point, except for Germany, which is up about 1.10%. Even the FTSE in England looked like it's going to close higher, finally snapping that 4-day losing streak. Back here in the U.S., shares of IBM are actually down almost 3-4% overnight. That came even though it reported better than expected EPS and revenue, which is also the first increase in revenue in 22 quarters. But the company says it took a one-time charge of $5.5 billion because of that tax reform bill, and also says it expects an earnings per share of $13.80 for the year 2018. Analysts were actually expecting $13.92. And as always, we are tracking Bitcoin prices. Now, right now, it is struggling to recover after a week-long tumble that saw prices drop below the $10,000 mark. That's where it happened right there. Right now, it's at $11,757. Analyst says it needs to get closer to $12,500 and stay there. Otherwise, that could lead to another sell-off, which actually could drive these numbers lower. And later today, the preliminary Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index will be released. This measures consumer expectations regarding the overall economy. We're going to be breaking down the numbers as soon as those come out. But until then, thank you so very much for watching. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Watch our past reports at realinvestmentnews.com. I'm Mike O'Neill, and we will see you after the opening bell.